with the meeting. Welcome everyone. Today we are starting with the how Ajay did so many deals. I think so far, Ajay, when did you join?
I joined Spark in February, towards the end of February, I guess.
Okay, so then basically within a year, you have done 10 deals or so,
Yeah,
and the thing is that you started with the pre-con background, but you did the pre-con in India, right?
correct.
And
Correct.
how was it to transition from the pre-con in India to being an agent over here? Did you find it to be difficult or different or easy?
It was a paradigm shift from what I used to do back home
Yeah.
because things were very different, even though real estate is the same, but everything from terminologies to approach to technology to the way real estate is done here is
Yes.
completely it's a complete shift of what I used to do back home.
Okay.
So I basically had to unlearn everything that I had learned over the years as a realtor
Yes.
and start absolutely afresh on a white sheet again.
Okay. So what was the most challenging part for you?
Everything. I mean, right from the way. I mean, I don't know if you remember when I just joined and I asked you to give me a few addresses that I need to go and look up a few builders and see what are the products they have to offer. And the very first builder I went to in Oakville, and I remember very vividly that I gave her my business card, and I said, "What products do you have?" And first interaction with her, she says, "You know what, AJ, we don't cooperate." I was
Okay.
like, in my plain simple language, I was like, probably Canada is short staffed. People don't cooperate. I said, okay, lady, doesn't matter. I'll go around the model home myself and see it. And I took the brochure. I came back. I went to the other center. She said, we cooperate at 3%. So I came back to you. I don't know if you recall. And I said, sir, does cooperate mean commissions? And you laughed out. You were like, yes, it means that, they don't offer you commission. I was like, that's strange. I have never heard of a builder making a product and not giving commissions to a realtor. So
Yes.
that's the kind of shift that I've seen.
Okay. Okay. And I think like last time you also asked about the broker protected. What's that, right?
Yes, yes.
On that one, yes.
I mean, I had no knowledge of a lockbox for a simple thing. I didn't know what a lockbox is. How do you operate a lockbox?
Yes. But it must be a big learning curve for you, right? Do you like
Oh,
learning all the things?
oh yes, oh yes. It's been too much of learning and unlearning of what I used to have.
Yes. So, can you tell us what worked for you in the last 1 year and what did not work for you?
Uh, what did not work for me was my approach, which I had from back home. For example, it took me good 2 months in the office to give away my lingo of sir and ma'am. I approached my clients with the sir and ma'am because that's what I learned. You sound disrespectful if you don't address your clients as sirs and ma'ams. And it took me 2 months to just get rid of it, and that was a big deterrent in my approach to people. And what worked was, I think, your constant push, your constant support. I have never seen you shying away from a question, probably that I had, the silliest of all. And the kind of hand holding I got from you, that worked for me.
But I would also give that to you that you were a quick learner too. I think from learning from how to use the tab, how to fill out the form. Once you learn that, once you build the system in your own mind, you were good to go, right?
Yeah, I mean, I found it easy. If you really ask me today, I find it this technology. I find it easy. I still am a very technologically challenged person. I've not used so much of technology. I was apprehensive of even using the follow-up boss. I I would do calls without the follow boss, thinking, I don't need it. And I was overwhelmed with the kind of freedom I got as a realtor through the MLS system. I mean, I felt empowered that, my license was the key to the entire industry that I had in my hand. So yes, I mean, that worked for me. That approach to technology and all of it, that really helped me.
I think you are a very systematic kind of guy, and like whatever you did, you had a system like in your mindset that kind of worked out for you. That's what I think.
Yes. I mean, I sorted out a few things in mind in the sense that I knew I had to learn. I mean, this is the only work that I want to do, and I had to learn and unlearn at whatever cost.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's what I did.
So, what's your day-to-day looks like? What did you do on day-to-day basis to make it work?
Every day I showed up in the office. I have not missed a single day in the last 1 year to office. I have, if I had nothing to do, I have because I was new to Canada. I also did not know the geography to the of the place. I did not know where Brantford was. I did not know where Barrie was. I did not know where Niagara was. So I drove east, west, north, south on my own to see the projects. I mean, either ways, it was immaterial if I had a client or I did not have a client. I drove by and I just saw who's doing what are the products, what are their price lists, what I mean, just getting acquainted with the place that we are in.
Yes, I remember in the like beginning, if we are selling something in Barry, you used to come and saying that, hey, I want to come and I want to go there and have a look at the project myself. Though we did not have the clients, but you took the time to drive to be there to like look at the projects.
Yes, I mean I've seen it all myself physically without clients being there or not being there. I've been there, I've driven there, I've met people, I have acquainted myself because yes, being a newbie, I had to be acquainted to the region at least, and
Yes.
queries could follow later.
So, like, what did you learn by going to the builder's office? Was it helpful than being at
Yes.
home?
Yes, I mean, how else? If I'm not convinced or if I have not seen my product, how will I convince my clients? How
Yes,
can I even talk to somebody or pitch a sale or pitch a product, even if I don't know where a particular location is? I don't know if I don't know varies on the east or the west. How will I talk to my clients? It then
yes,
tends to be very superficial and very plastic. To be even pitching a sale of a product that you yourself are not acquainted with.
okay, okay,
So yes, that helped me big time, and that I think that covering that distance kind of made life much easier for me to then get into the actual working ground and picking up locations and acquainting myself with all the projects that exist in the market.
yes. So, coming to the office help, going to the builders, it like help. What else worked out for you?
Coming to the office helped, going to the builders certainly helped, then making those phone calls, which you say calling, I call it mining, that helped.
Okay.
I had no confidence in the leads, honestly, at first because I was not used to calling, and
Yes,
I thought these were like random cold calls, and I would call up half-heartedly. Later on, realizing that they were actually warm leads,
yes,
and we just had to mine our luck out of it. So that is something I learned how to make calls, how to talk to people in a language that they understand here,
yes,
get acquainted with the products that we are selling,
yes,
understanding floor plans, understanding the pluses and the minuses of a project. So
yes,
all that helped.
for sure. Okay, so coming to the office, going to the builders, making the phone calls, and I think you have been very consistent in making the phone calls in the and you don't waste time as soon as you are in the office. You are just like making the calls, and though you sometimes you have other work to do, sometimes you will come to the office for 2 hours, do your work, and then you will go. So
Yes.
consistency was there all the time,
Yes.
right?
Yes. All the times. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so anyone else has any question? Sunny, Michael, Param, Rakesh ji, Mamta, Seven. So Seven asked, what was your lead generation strategy and how you learned the projects and the floor plans?
See, even I worked on the leads that have been given to me by the office, and the leads that everybody gets here is the leads that I used to get. As I said, one has to mine for his fortune out of those leads and to see what you can do with them. As far as the projects and the flow plans are concerned, I've been to all the projects. I have been to all the projects that we talk about today, whether we are working on them, whether those are in our campaigns or they aren't. I mean, I wouldn't say all, I'd say most of them I've been there, and I've learned on ground of their site maps, of their products, of what they have to offer. Yeah, so that's how I've learned. Plus, I mean, I've come back every time to Sunil, and I've eaten his head through and through to understand what is missing and how I can get a hold of things.
Yes.
I've done that.
So when you were making calls, how was that experience? Were you shy or scared? Because like sometimes people get scared in making the calls to the random people. Were you scared of making the calls? Sometimes were people rude to you? How was your overall experience there?
I was most reluctant to make calls in the beginning. As I said, I was like blown apart. I didn't want to make any calls because
Yes.
that is not what I used to do back home, and that
Yes.
is not what I knew worked. I didn't know that, to be honest. I thought those are random numbers, and I was scared to give them calls because I still had mixed thoughts about how phone calls and cold calls are attended to in Canada and how what the repercussions were. Slowly, gradually, as I said, that I took those sirs and madams off my lingo and my dialect, and I got face to face with people, and then that gave me the confidence that no, what I'm doing is the right way.
Yes.
And I saw everybody in the office doing that.
Yes.
So that was a big learning point as to how to deal with people, how to approach them, and how to talk to them.
Yes. And the other thing was that I don't think you were shy of any of the deals. You did anything and everything that came your way.
Yes,
And probably you are one of the most versatile agent that we have because you did the lease,
thank you.
you did the commercial lease, you sold in Edmonton, and you also sold in like Niagara. You did almost every kind of deal, right?
Yes, yes. I did residential leases. I listed a lease. I had a client to take a lease. I did a commercial lease. I sold in Edmonton. I sold in Niagara. Yes, and I sold in Georgetown.
So, Param asked, what are some of your techniques to close a client?
Uh, but I don't know what techniques do you refer to, but more or less, I try and get close to the client in the sense that if he's open enough to make me understand his needs, then I try and get him a product which is closer to his requirements. I don't push a sale. I don't do it. I first understand a client's requirements, and if he allows me some time to interact and to talk, I try and get him a product which probably I feel is closer to his requirement. At the same time, I don't deny him the opportunity of comparing and seeing more opportunities.
For sure. Perfect. Okay. Anyone else has question? Sunny?
But I have had my fair share of ups and
Disappointment.
downs.
Actually, you know what? There were a lot of downs in the beginning, and he did like a lot of deals in the like beginning. But every deal that he did would cancel out, and it was very depressing for him, mostly for him and for me. And then we did first two deals. You did like first two deals, and our fingers were crossed that we just want this deal to go through. I think you had six or seven cancellations.
Seven cancellations. Not
I
just
like
cancellations, those were cancellations after a draft was given to the builder, after an agreement was given to the client. So there was a time in my life last year when you and me were in the presentation center, and I had a client coming with a draft, and I turned around and I whispered to you, I was like, I hope, sir, this is not a hat trick for us. That this is the
and then that
that,
also
that
got
that hat
cancelled.
trick also happened. And I mean, we went on. I went on to a seven trick failure. I had seven clients backing out from their transactions, and it was heartbreaking. It was not easy, but it is what it is.
So you dealt with a lot of like negativity or cancellations, and you still kept on doing the work, right?
Yes, I kept showing up. I mean, I never deterred myself or kept myself away from work. That's for sure. I've had the most no shows, guys. I mean, I think I wouldn't be embarrassed to say that there was a time initially when I used to just cross my fingers that oh Lord, just let the client come in. Whether he buys or he doesn't, that's besides the point. Let him at least come in. So I was not shy of showing up every time I had an appointment, I had a client coming in, or somebody calling me to say, hey, I'll make it.
Yes. So I think Sevan is also at the same point. Like she had two or three appointments so far, and it did not work out for her. What will be your suggestion to her?
Seven, just take it easy, let go. It is just a part of everybody's life. There is nothing magical that you can do. There is nothing out of the world that you can do. You keep doing what you're doing and it'll work out. I mean, I'm telling you that I've driven all the way 110 kilometers to Niagara, confirming from a client. I mean, we all have our strategies, right? I mean, that you need to give a call before you go, you text before you go. I've done all of that, and still the client didn't show up. 110 kilometers one way to Niagara, and then also the client doesn't show up. It is like crazy. It drives you nuts.
Yes.
So, but I don't think there is anything to worry about. Nothing.
So, like I think the same. As long as we keep on showing every day, we keep on doing the work, things will start working out in favor of us, right?
Yeah, we need to be consistent. I mean, that's the only thing that we can do.
Yes.
I feel that there is nothing more than what we can do. We just need to show up, we need to do our job and leave the rest to God.
So basically, like he had seven cancellations, not just the clients who showed up and did not buy. He had seven cancellation one after other. So that's a lot. I like haven't seen that. But whatever happened. But he still kept on going, and he still did the deals.
It's really
Until
mentally tough after that. Trust me. Seven cancellations. I mean, I don't know how you're so mentally tough.
I still don't know myself. I mean, there's just seven cancellations. I mean, umpteen number of no shows. No shows I've not even counted. I've had more no shows than shows.
Yes, for sure. So, and I think in our field we have to have a thick skin. In terms of the money, we can make more money than what people make in the like year. But at the same time, have to have a thick skin. All the people at the top, they all have the thick skin. Anyways, you talk about Trudeau, or you talk about Trump, or you talk about any other politician or the business person, they all have a thick skin, and we have to have the same thing.
So there is no way out. I mean, in the sense that I'm not giving up a career in real estate for my failures. I think it has to be a part of one's career. That's how I feel.
And you were very firm in saying that this is my career. I don't know anything else to
Yeah,
do, and this
yeah,
is my career. Whatever I will do it in like here, right?
yeah, yeah, correct.
Yes.
I mean, it was not easy for me to go through this journey and to unlearn everything, to learn everything all over again. You know, it's not easy at this age to absolutely absorb something which is different from what it was. But since this is what I do, this is what I know what to do, I had to do it.
Yes.
I was just lucky enough to close the year with a deal, which I did not expect, to be honest. You remember, I mean, you were off on a holiday, and I texted you that, we've given a worksheet. I don't know if the draft will go through or not. So
Yes.
please, so yeah, I mean, that's how the year closed.
Yes. Perfect. I think yes, and I think the like only thing why doing this is because we are all stuck at different places, and it might be motivating for other people to see that we all go through the same thing anyways. So it's kind of motivating for other people, and even for me.
No, no, you keep motivating us, sir.
So
You,
how important is to have the community of the people next to you who are always like supporting you. It-
I think it's a complete blessing. It's a boon to have people around you. You can share your day-to-day, ups and downs. You can interact. Even if you don't talk much, you can observe people. You can see what is working for others, what is not working for others. And you may be going through a very rough patch. It's personal to each person. But to share it with somebody, to come back to somebody in the office and put you went out to your people. I think it is incredible. It's a lot of solace. It's a lot of support.
Perfect. Anyone else has any question? Mamta, do you have any question? Okay. So how long do you think it takes for a lead to convert?
This is anybody's guess. There is no fixed time for a lead to convert. You're lucky enough, you might just get a lead converted immediately. If you are a little soft on the thing, it might take you some time. It took me months to convert a lead. I think the first sale I did was very much in April. That's when
Yes.
I sold my first Edmonton, which was, I don't know, God sent. And then the second one took me 4 months to transpire.
Yes.
So it's anybody's guess. It's just that you need to keep doing what you have to do.
So, I mean to say how long you are talking to the same person. Like, let's say you start talking today, and from today till month, 2 months, 3 months, how many, like, for how long you've been persistently following up with a particular client or a,
Mamta, till the time the client asks me to shut up and get lost.
okay,
So I don't give up till the time he says that, hey, I don't want you to call me, or if he says that I'm not interested.
okay, got you.
So Seven asked how long takes to do your first deal.
As I said, I joined in February and I got my first deal in April. Again, I was just lucky there. I can't credit it to myself. I was just lucky that I got this deal through.
I think Seven, I've seen a lot. It depends. Like sometime it happens quickly, sometime it takes some
Yeah,
time. As long as we are consistent, for sure it will happen.
yeah.
Okay. Is that all?
But sir, you've done a lot of handholding for me, honest to God. I mean, all thanks to you. I remember you coming with me for the day I got my access to the MLS. You were like, come Ajay, I'll show you how you go open doors and you see what you've got with your license. You took me to this listing. I still remember in Oakville. We went together. You taught me how to open the lockbox. Be wary of keeping that key in your hand. Don't just put it in your pocket and come back. How do you take off shoes? Where do you leave your business card? I mean, that was like walking me through school all over again. And all thanks to you. You've made it
Uh,
possible for me.
my job,
No, no, no.
that's
I wouldn't have done all this. You scared me also quite a bit. I remember you said that you have a time frame of an X amount of minutes to go visit a property and come back. And I was there, and I remember I was there in Kitchener doing with my client for a lease. And this guy turns around and he sends me a mail saying that the access to the door is in the sentry lock. And I'm in the midst of nowhere. I'm like, who the hell is now a sentry lock? How does it that happen? And I call you up. You were in a meeting. I called you thrice over, and then you explained the entire thing to me. I ran 3 blocks, got the keys, showed it to my client. So I was oblivious to all this. I did not know how it happens, how and how many apps are there to access doors. I didn't know all of that.
yes.
But all thanks to you, you've been there with all the answers.
Okay, so thank you for that. And again,
Even
everyone.
absolutely.
So basically, so far, this is what I have learned. You have been quick learner. You have been coming to the office every day. You have been making calls every day. You handle negativity really well, and you took all kind of work, even from lease to anything. So no work was small for you. You went out of the way to see the locations, to meet the builders and everything. So that worked out for you.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just waiting for anyone to ask any question if we have missed any. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Was that motivating for anyone? Can you just say it or maybe put it in the comments? Did we all learn something from this?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
definitely. Yes, definitely. I mean, especially after like 7 cancellations, I don't know. That's something really inspiring.
And that was a lot, 100%. And that after that, the deal that he did, it was very worrisome kind of situation. But the like
Yeah.
but the like thing is, after that he did 2 deals, all from two of the friends, right? So
Okay.
after like a 7 like cancellation came 2 deals, all at once.
Yeah. Same time.
That's good. That's good. Most people would quit actually. I don't know.
No, no, there is no way out. As I said, I mean, real estate is my passion. I have to do it, and that's all that I need. I mean, that's all that I know what to do. So there is no quitting. There is no